So today we will be just practicing meditation together. Shouldn't be too much excitement or discussion, just a bit of opportunity to come together as a community and practice, to inspire one another and support one another with our presence and our practice. Okay, good morning, Isaac and Fung. Great to have you joining this morning. So we won't be having too much fun today. It'll be more about just coming together and practicing. This is an opportunity to meditate, to inspire one another, and to offer our practice not only to ourselves, but to the people who are interested in participating and showing up. It's a opportunity to be intimate with ourselves, to offer our presence to ourselves, and to also be together as we do that, and to recognize this quality of togetherness in our practice, community and togetherness. Tom, Olivier, uh, and Isaac, wonderful. Isaac, that's great. Taking your laptop to the garden with you. So we'll take another 8 minutes for open space. Someone wants to share something, to say hello, to ask something. Really appreciating this opportunity to get settled, to be in community, and to be intimate with ourselves, to practice. And then also during those 8 minutes, we're leaving the space open for people to join us, for people to come by and to begin with us. Good morning, Chesh. Glad that you're joining. And Luke, good morning to you. And Victor, hi there. This morning we will be focusing on meditation practice. Not so much guidance, not so much discussion, but just a opportunity to be intimate with ourselves and to offer that practice not only to ourselves but to the community, seen or unseen, heard or unheard, offering. Hey there, Zevi, welcome. And Patrick, hi there. Well, what we should do is to find a space that's comfortable for us. Maybe sitting on the floor, or we're sitting in a computer chair even, and setting a very sincere intention to be intimate with ourselves for a few minutes, a few moments, whatever you're able to do, turning your attention towards your body and mind in the present. Just being with the body, being with the mind. And we can use the breath, awareness, focus, kind of almost a kind of grabbing onto the breath, but it's more of a taking that as our primary activity. So finding that comfortable space and getting settled in and getting ready to do this practice of self-inquiry, of looking inward. And we'll start together in 5 minutes. We'll start. But to practice meditation, the main thing we need is that intention. You know, why do we want to be intimate with ourselves? Why do we want to turn our attention towards the body and the mind? Do we want to do that? You know, is that something that we're willing to do for ourselves, with ourselves? To take a few moments to not be chasing after some particular thing. Are we willing to do that, to try it out? If we are, then we can step into the practice. We can step into a contemplative space. But if we're not, there's no way to get around that. We have to have a willingness and a sincere intention to practice. So, hi, Kenneth. May you be happy and well, always as well. And Victor Coco, Shiro, first meditation session. That's wonderful to hear. Glad that you're coming by and joining. I'm not sure if I can remember my first meditation session. I may remember a lot of struggle, wanting to have a special experience. I wanted to, in an instant, become a meditator or become enlightened, and I was looking, chasing after this experience. That's not a good way to meditate. Rather, just get comfortable, get settled in some position with that intention, that willingness to be present with the body, to take breathing as our primary activity and focus. So, with a sense of sincerity and intentionality, finding a comfortable position for our body. Maybe we want to sit down, maybe we want to lay down, or maybe it's comfortable for us to stand up. Whatever position, settling into it, willing to allow the body to be still, not using the body for anything in particular, taking our hands off the wheel, allowing the body to settle. And as we do that, taking our primary activity, our main focus of engagement, to be our presentness with the breath. Our intimacy, our direct experience with the breathing process. So we feel the breath, connecting with the breath as it comes in and goes out. It's not important how we're breathing. We're not breathing in a certain direction to go towards something or to get away from something. It's more our willingness to step towards this immediacy of breath, moment to moment, this happening, this experience of breathing. Instead of those outside things or those inside thoughts, those outside situations or inside stories, coming back to the breath is the primary mode of experience. So when we practice meditation, instead of relying on some understanding of what we're doing, some chasing after what we want, or some trying to get away from something, some fear, some worry, some judgment, allowing the body to get comfortable in not really doing anything, just sitting or laying, and engaging with the experience of the breath happening. The breath coming in and going out. Each moment, each breath, where we are really showing up, really giving our attention and our awareness to that breath, that is exactly our meditation practice. So even if you're only able to take one deep, mindful, conscious, focused breath, breathing in, bringing that thinking mind, judging mind, running around mind, thoughts, bringing that mind home to the body with one breath, you are successfully practicing meditation. So there's no need to struggle. There's no need to worry about doing it right. Breath by breath, practicing intimacy and sincerity with our body and our mind, moment to moment. We're practicing meditation. It's natural to have a scattered mind. There's nothing confusing or unexpected or wrong about having a mind that's very scattered. So in our meditation, it's an opportunity to be successful moment to moment because the activity is just breathing. Moment by moment, breath by breath, embracing ourselves with a gentle awareness. We tend to know very much about chasing our desires and all the pleasure and pain that that can get us involved in. So in meditation, trying out, let's see, how about just sitting here and breathing? It couldn't hurt to give it a try for just a few breaths. And we may find that those few breaths become an opening for our peace, our letting go, our healing. with each moment without excuses, coming back to this gentle, open, heartfelt awareness. In the past and the future, there may be all kinds of insurmountable difficulties, problems, failures. But in this moment, in this breath, allowing the totality of peace and our present moment life to wash over us. Taking refuge in each and every breath. Taking refuge in the fact that we're not doing this alone. Appreciating that this is something we can bring to our life at any moment, and most importantly, that we're bringing it into our life at this very moment, establishing peace, gentleness, and compassion in each and every breath. Really being in the body. Having a body and breathing. What an interesting, curious experience. And then the strong feelings, physical, emotional, psychological sensations or feelings, experiences that come up, rather than worrying about them or stressing about them, adding on to them, breathing into them. Good or bad, physical or mental, whenever we become aware of an experience, offering our wholehearted breath to it, our awareness permeating through. And as we become aware, we may find that tension in the body, that squeezing or tightness, relaxes. We may find that judgment of ourselves or that worry about a certain situation or experience, if we breathe into it, anchoring ourselves in the foundation of our body and our present moment awareness, we may find that thought, that fear, that desire is there, but that it's not controlling us and that it doesn't define us. Coming back to the breath. Any time that your mind gets scattered, any time that the idea of success or failure comes up, going back to the breath. No expectation, no goal. Relaxing and attentively being with the body and the breath. That's what we're doing here. Many of us have tried thinking through our suffering, thinking through our pain or our desire, chasing after, running away from this experience or that experience. We've tried it. Now the opportunity, the practice of being okay with whatever's happening right now. Breath by breath, moment by moment. Embracing not what we think about the present, not what we think about ourselves, but our direct experience right here, right now. There's no need to worry about past or future, right or wrong. correct or incorrect, meditating or not meditating. If you're able to breathe, if you find that this body is breathing, you can consider a Zen saying, the state of not knowing is most intimate. Just breathing, not knowing. There are no barriers to be found, no obstacles to be overcome, no confusion to be dealt with. A body breathing, more than enough. There's no need to struggle, and watch out for sleepiness or fogginess. Each in-breath, each out-breath, intimacy with our body and mind, the totality of reality, turning towards our moment-to-moment life. The body, the mind, breathing, the environment. Finding success without judgment, without a goal, at this very moment, turning our attention, turning our light inward. experiencing the totality of the universe with each and every breath. And if we notice that a pain or a stressor begins to stick out or become a main focus in our practice, taking it as an opportunity to enrich that relationship to pain, that relationship to difficulty, the practice of being okay with things as they happen to be. However they may happen to be. Allow the mind to unfold without judgment, taking the stance, the position of awareness, an embodiment of acceptance, loving kindness, and gentleness. Whatever is coming up in the body, that's okay. Whatever is coming up in the mind, that's okay. Breath by breath, embody awareness of whatever experience we happen to be having. Gentleness, kindness, sincerity, a willingness to turn towards our direct experience, not chasing after something or trying to get away from something. Just being present. Just being aware. Sometimes in meditation we find a sense of peace and openness, a sense of relaxation. Certainly we find a sense of changing. And at times we may find that there is pain, there is sorrow, there is suffering. And while we never want to force ourselves through pain or difficulty, it's certainly a worthwhile practice to be intimate and wholeheartedly being able and willing to be with suffering without fighting against it. So part of our meditation practice is to experiment, to explore what is it like to be nearly to suffering, not trying to get away from it, not trying to cover it up. What's it like to be close to the experience of difficulty or unpleasantness? What's it like to be closely, nearly, intimate with a feeling of neutrality, non-excitement? What's it like to be aware, closely, nearly, intimate with a sense of peace and calm? Not going after excitement, not pushing anything away. Breath by breath, what's it like? Instead of having a relationship to our experiences, we're always chasing after something and trying to avoid something. Through being nearly to, closely to, intimate with our present moment experience, our present moment suffering, our present moment peacefulness or joy, we can find that through that intimacy, through that willingness to just be with what is, we can find understanding and compassion, even in difficulty, even in unpleasant feelings in the body or unpleasant thoughts in the mind. With each and every breath, at each and every moment, breathing in, bringing the mind home to the body. The home of the mind is the body. Breath by breath, the home of the mind is the body. Breath by breath, establishing ourselves. Okay. So I want to express gratitude towards everyone for joining in this meditation practice together. I hope that this brought some richness, peace, joy, and calm into your life. It certainly brought some into mine. And I hope that the rest of your day, evening, week, month, year, life may be full of joy, happiness, and free of suffering. Many thanks all around, and if you're thanking me, you can be sure I'm thanking you as well. So tomorrow I will be heading into a monastery at a nearby national park. So I will be offline. I will be unplugged for 2 weeks, diving into the practice, nature, mountains, the cold. And after 2 weeks, then I will be back. Maybe we will have another session before I leave. I'm not sure, but if not, see you all again soon. Okay? Take care, everyone. Enjoy your day. Be safe, be happy, be well. See you around.